welcome to frickin' Friday, May 12th. Holy crap, the month is almost halfway over already. Good morning, Ty. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Santy. Hope you guys are all doing good today. Like I said, it is Friday. Not that it really matters for us souls that work frickin' whenever. I wound up working almost open to close yesterday. They got stampeded about an hour after I left yesterday, and I got called back in and worked them through the smash. Um, of course, the boss didn't know that the cook had called me to come in, so he got a hold of one of the other guys. So reluctantly, I left and came back home, grabbed myself a burger, sat down to watch TV. The wife had already taken off to work, and I got a call again from the boss asking me to come back in and work till pretty much close. So I'm a little whooped this morning, and I got to be back in there in less than 2 hours. But it's all part of it, isn't it? Oh, let's see, one day at a time, all you can do. Yep, that's it. Morning, Brina. Blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I'm a little whooped right now. This coffee is not kicking it. I need something with more power. Morning, Brenna. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you, hon. Hope you're doing well this morning. I'm tired. But it's Friday. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. Don't know why, but it's something to look forward to. Oh, yeah, I got to leave here just moments after we finish the stream here in about an hour. Uh, and go in and do it again. Probably work multiple times again today, too. Because Fridays and Saturdays. I don't know, though, because we're supposed to be in the mid 70s today, but it's supposed to rain. So that's the bad thing about running a small business like this is it's all dependent on the weather. Yesterday it was 86 degrees. The beach was full at 9 o'clock last night still. Um, but I mean, if you walk out our back door, there's a railing right there, and you drop down to the boardwalk, and the beach is right there. So, but today, not as much. We have a chance for showers all day long, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Sarah's at work, so she'll be lurking. It's good to have you, even if you can't comment. Man, I don't know if any of you guys um, was watching that video that came out yesterday, but got a lot of good comments on that. You'll attempt to keep it PG, Tony? Really? I mean, really? Oh, trying to get trying to get an investigation in one night this weekend. Um, if not this weekend, then Monday evening. Next weekend, I'll be doing security there at the Niles Ren Fair. So there's not going to be any chance for me to get an investigation in. I mean, that's old Indian land. There's even an old um, sap uh, oven out there on the grounds. It's been there since that place became a park. They could tell it was a double-sided, had places for two fires with one stack in the center. It's all made out of stone. Um, so apparently at one point in time there was a small village or something right there where they would process and boil the sap into syrup, so, or sugar or whatever. So internet here was off and on all day yesterday. Huh. Hey Deb, good to see you this morning, bud. So who knows? Maybe I'll take the equipment along and see what I can come up with one evening there, since I'll be there Friday and Saturday night. Friday will be kind of slow. There'll be people coming in to set up all night long. I just basically have to keep the potential thieves, homeless folk, stuff like that out of the park. So, because a lot of people come in, or they're older people, they'll come in, they'll set up everything, get their stores all set up, then go stay in a hotel somewhere. So, I better catch up on my sleep before next week, because this is the weekend that I don't sleep at all. So, we'll see. My missus told me a couple days ago that she wants a new carry gun. It's always nice to upgrade. What was going on with your internet yesterday, Ty? Any idea? Did you get a hold of your internet provider to find out what was going on? Why your internet was blinking on and off? Oh, just the weather. That's probably the stuff that's coming our way today. So upgrade is a questionable descriptor. What's she what's she wanting now, Tony? And would it be more economical just to install a minigun in her trunk? Okay. We're storming pretty good yesterday. We need the rain. We don't. Rain for me normally means less hours. Um, I like more hours. So, more hours, more play, more pay. So, thinking Ruger Glock 44. Glock 44 is not bad. I mean, I don't have much experience with the Ruger, so I can't speak on that honestly. But Glocks, I know a lot of people have Glocks nowadays. I usually get Sundays off, but because of graduation, everyone asking, oh, I have to work it now. Yeah, Ty told me yesterday when we were talking that you were happened to that you didn't get your normal day off, but you were getting um, 1 or 2 days off later in the week. Ruger 380. Like I said, Rugers are nice guns. I don't know a lot about them, but I hear a lot of good things about Ruger. But I know a lot of people that carry Glock, probably because of the weight. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with why people are preferring Glock over S&W or Ruger or anything else these days. When I ain't carrying something tasty and 44 Magnum. Ruger comes as Magnum. I don't know about the Glock. I carried a Blackhawk. Oh wow. Blackhawk was a very interesting gun. My old boss used to carry one all the time. Carried a Desert Eagle too. Talk about some destructive capability. The mythos of Glock perfection. Go figure. Aftermarket support of Glock is second to none as far as handguns go. Well, there you go. There you go. But yeah, like I said, I'll be there at the Niles Run Fair next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be filming the event um, for a video. Do not look forward to seeing me in any funny outfits or anything like that. Um, I'm going to be going straight security, um, and I'll be dressed in the part. That way people know that there is security on hand. Maybe by doing it that way, we can avoid the possibility of any planned stupid movements that result in me having to kick somebody's butt or radio the city law enforcement to come and pick somebody up as I've got them pinned to the ground with my knee in the middle of their back. So, or their throat. German grip angles not for me. Given a choice, I'd go Black Hawk over Red Hawk. Red Hawk is double action. Hold on, guys. I think one of the babies are in trouble. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I just heard cats fighting out there, and my daughter let the babies out when she left for school, and one of them's right up here on the back porch, and I can't find the other one. These guys know nothing about fighting. Mark 3, I think it comes medium, short, long barrel. Orb Puff, good morning. Hope you're doing good this morning. Mark Heavy. Or one style, 22 Wolverine is probably the most beautiful pistol ever produced by a handed man. Interesting. We use having handguns in our houses. We can't use them to defend ourselves here in Canada anyway. Morning, Skipper. Good to see you. She wants something smallish like a pocket pistol. May I suggest an over and under Derringer? That way not only can she put it in her purse, but she could damn near carry it in her wallet. And if you can't stop somebody with 2 shots, I would suggest going for the knees and running the other direction. Oh, anytime, Ty. Anytime. Hey, guys, don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Helena live from Finland. She's going to be talking about what she's been up to over there since I seen her last year, and some of the investigations, when she's coming back to America, and maybe this documentary she's working on for some of these big name paranormal investigators. Handgun fire course would take 3 Temptays. Yeah, that's nice. That's the nice thing about living in a state like Michigan. You don't need to take any classes. You don't need to take any courses. You don't need to take any of that stuff. As long as you don't plan to conceal carry. Mine's real easy. My holster velcros right here on my tack vest, so I don't even have to worry about wearing it on my hip. I've been looking for Finland raid artifacts since your last video on the Fenians. A few things I could find. So, oh my God, tell me about it. Believe it or not, Tony, we come to find out around here, and I don't know if it's the same way all around the country or not, but we've come to find out around here, and you see it on the news quite a bit. Potential robbery stopped when assailant sees how many pistols were in the store, things like that. I was just down here at the gas station, last year or 2 years ago, and some guy came in, was kind of nosing up and down the shelves and stuff like that, looking at things. He'd look up at the counter, look back, and Steph and I know the owner and his wife really well. We told him, watch the cameras, man. You got like 12 of them in the store. Watch this dude. And they went back and they looked and they said, yeah, sure enough, he was casing the place out. But he was watching customers come in and out, buy their cigarettes, buy their soda, whatever. And he started to walk up to the counter, and there was like three dudes standing in line to buy beer, and all of them had pistols on their side. This guy's like standing there, and he like looks at all three of them, then just turns around and walks out the door. So it's like, maybe in certain scenarios, concealed carry, yes, but you know, if you don't have to draw it, why draw it? If just the sight of having that much firepower at one location can stop a potential robbery or even somebody getting hurt, then yeah, I'm all for the open carry thing. Oh, I see what. Yeah, yeah. Concealed carry is smarter unless you're required to register. See, here in the state of Michigan, you don't even have to register your gun for open carry. But as soon as you put on a coat, as soon as you get into a vehicle, as soon as you do anything that will impede the direct line of sight of that firearm, then you can get in trouble if you don't have a concealed carry permit. So I know how it feels when I went down to Henderson, Nevada to play poker. This token Canadian was the only one not packing heat. Half the table were Republicans and the others were Democrats. The houseman had to title everybody to stop talking politics or get out. Felt in danger the whole time. Yeah, I don't really believe I okay, let me be as careful with this as I can. I believe if you've got a clean record, if you have been in law enforcement or if you have been in the military or you've gone through some kind of formal firearms training, whether it be on a state or federal level, I don't believe you should have to register your firearm for either open or concealed carry. I believe if you're just the average Joe Smo on the street that wants to, carry around a gun for self-protection or something like that, then yes, I think it should be documented, maybe not registered, but documented with a full background check and everything else. I mean, the only reason I say some kind of formal firearms training is because there's just been too many handicapped bastards out there that have tried to draw their pistol and maybe either shot themselves or been cleaning their pistol and shot themselves or something. That's the only reason I say some kind of formal training. So when you pop the clip, empty the chamber, kick it open, you can look down the barrel, nothing's there. You know, too many stupid people out there. Hey, Kristen, good to see you. Hope you're doing well this, I would say beautiful Friday morning, but it's supposed to be like in the 70s with rain here today. Go figure. We had another 80-degree day yesterday. The beach was packed. Today, mid 70s, upper 70s with rain. Darwin solves a lot of that. I seen a T-shirt on an advertisement here on the platform earlier, and it was a picture of some kind of demonic something, and it said at the top it said, "I can fix stupid," and at the bottom it said, "But it might hurt a lot." And I'm thinking, man, I need that T-shirt. Good morning, Southern. Hope you're doing good today. Oh, but it's like I said, guys. It's going to be another one of those really weird days today. I think. I know we're going to be smashed at the restaurant, and I'm sure if it was not going to be raining, I'd probably have to work multiple times again today. Um, but since it's going to be raining, hell, I might not even finish out my original shift. It's all dependent on the weather because it's so small. Um, it's such a small place. We've only got like 10 tables, 8 or 10 tables in the place. All of our dining in business is done out on our deck. And of course, people carrying out and phoning in orders to carry out and stuff like that. Nobody wants to travel for 20 minutes to walk in the rain, to go get hot food, to walk back out in the rain again, to get in their car and drive for 20 minutes. So who knows what it's going to be like. I might be full of piss and vinegar tonight during the interview with Helena here on the channel, and I might be a whoop puppy again. Who knows? I have to go in at 12, work till close. Next 2 nights makes for a long day. I know how you feel. Yeah, I mean, it was just, yesterday was just weird. I went and worked my normal shift. We were, moving at a decent pace, but not super busy. And I came home. I was home for an hour. Got a call from the cook. She was damn near in tears. I'm smashed. I got 4 huge orders here. I've got 5 orders behind that. I'm by myself. I need some help. Can you please come down here? And of course, they know I'm only 5 minutes away, 3 minutes at a run. And I get down there, and sure enough, there must have been 20 people standing in front of that counter. She had tickets going all the way down the line. The place was a wreck. So I was down there for like a half hour, 40 minutes, and then came home because the boss had actually called somebody else to come in. And so I let him have it. And I came back home, ate a hamburger, and it wasn't an hour later I got a phone call from the boss. You need to get back down there. I need you down there, bud. He can't keep up with it. Yeah, you need to get down there. I should have just stayed. That would have been another hour's pay. I should have just stayed. And I wound up staying down there for like 2.5 hours. I mean, I left a half hour before close. So, I mean, it was just kind of weird. Hey, Christine, good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well today. Glad the weekend is here. Weekends aren't much. We're too glad the weekend is here. But tonight's going to be very interesting. Like I said, I got to meet Helena last year when she was here in Michigan for about a month. Got to do a couple investigations with her. And I mean, we were already friends, but this really kind of sealed it up. Getting to work together on a couple of investigations. She's been back in Finland, back to the States again. Went to a few different locations here a few months ago. Came over to talk to an undisclosed big paranormal team about doing a documentary for them. And I've been back in Finland now for about a month and a half or 2 months. So it's going to be nice to sit down and talk to her, see what she's been up to, since I got to hang out with her last year. But that's kind of one of those things that I really look forward to, is meeting investigators from other states, from other countries, and getting to interact with them, getting to see how their investigations are different from our investigations, how they investigate and everything. I think we're going to pay the range membership fee this weekend. The missus wants to go shooting again. Well, that's cool. That's one of those fun, married, loving, tender moments that you and her get to share together. I wish I could get my wife to go to a shooting range and share those moments with me. It's just one more thing that we could share together. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I agree, Santee. There should be some kind of training. Some kind of training. Good morning, Stephen. Good to see you, you rock and roll legend, you. You guys know Stephen's really young. He keeps up doing what he's doing. He could be the next John Lennon. He could be the next Elvis Presley. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. For the most part, I find shooting paper boring as hell. Well, paper will not become endangered. However, capturing small woodland creatures and setting them loose on a range for target practice, that would kind of, there would be some moral implications with somebody doing it that way. Convicted killers, rapists, things like that. Now, if you set them loose on a range and use, now that's something most people will probably be thankful for, especially these states that, the taxpayers are paying, $10,000, $15,000 a year per inmate to care for them. So, yeah, they would probably really appreciate that for target practice. My work has a lot of residents with COVID, so work is a nightmare at the moment. Oh, God, more COVID floating around over there in Australia. We've only had a few reported cases here in the States with this new variant, but not a lot. Not a lot. I've had a shitload of training, but don't ever think it'd be a requirement. I'd rather not shoot something I ain't planning to cook and eat. Except coyotes, feral cat, and some rodents. Go figure. That's kind of my feeling on it too, honestly. You keep a handgun on you for protection, but you shoot to kill, only what you're going to eat. Not a lot in South Carolina. What part of South Carolina are you from? Southern. I mean, without going into a lot of detail, I don't want to picture your house and your actual physical address, but what part of South Carolina are you from? Because I have family down there. That's the reason I was wondering. Pour hot aluminum down child molesters' throats and see what happens. Near Chesterfield. Chesterfield. Apparently, it's not close to where my family's at. My family's all in the Anderson area, um, not far from Clemson, but far enough away from Clemson. But yeah, my family's all from Anderson, right around Anderson, South Carolina. Oh, sorry, wrong topic. Coyotes eat stuff. I want to eat. Feral cats kill for the fun of it. Rodents can be dangerous to livestock. Agreed. Agreed. Hour and a half from Myrtle Beach. Okay, I got you. I got you. You're way over east. All right. Awesome, Stephen. Yep, I'm looking forward to sitting down talking to Helena tonight. Tell her I said good morning, Ty. My dad had COVID this year in March or April. Just once he had it. Oh, wow. She's in Bama. Georgian smile. Yeah, we've not had a lot of reported cases up here. I mean, you hear about them once in a while. This new variant that's not reactive to the shots. When I went and seen my doctor last week, I asked him why I only got one booster shot after I got my original shot. I said, "You guys were calling me every 6 months. All of a sudden, the phone call stopped." And she said, "Well, with the new variant and the mutation going as fast as it does, um, there's no reason to keep up the boosters. We're stopping them at one." I'm like, "Oh, because I got a place on my card for three." So I was just kind of curious about that. 260th. Rasaka. Mufasa. I've had it 3 times thus far. Downside, the missus working at the hospital. I had it a year ago, but this new variant that is at my work is super contagious. Yeah, yeah, I heard about that. That's exactly what we heard here. Is it was very very contagious compared to the previous variants. So she's watching you on Brenna's phone screen, but Brenna has to run her to school. Have a good day at school, honey. Learn something. Come home and teach Dad something new. I really do want to, Shane. I really want to. I don't know with the new job and planning a year ahead. I mean, hell, man, sometimes I don't plan a week ahead. Sometimes I don't plan 2 days ahead. So to actually sit down and try to plan something for a year from now, plus having the money to do it, that's a big thing. Having the money to get down there and to hang out for a few days and do this event and everything. I just can't commit. I would love to. I would love to, but I don't know. Shots and a booster and updated booster. Wow. Oh God, that vein is swollen right there. A big freaking lump right here, all along this area. I'm going to have an aneurysm. I can see it now. Bootsy, good morning. Hope you're doing well today. Both your kids are still homeschooling. then teach them something new, ding dong. Maybe you guys can all learn something cool together. Gas money may show up in your pocket by a miracle. Um, well, if I could drive, that would probably help. Is a car going to show up in my pocket? I mean, I'll drive. I'll drive to Georgia like this. You know, use that one good eye. I got a pair of glasses up here. Don't do much for this eye. This is the one that looks like, you know, you've been out in really cold weather and you take your glasses and then put them back on real quick. That's what this eye looks like. It looks like 24 hours a day. Bud Files, good morning. Good to see you. There she is, Mystical. Hello, dear. I do teach them stuff next week, last week of school. Yeah, my daughter's still got like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to go. I'm crappy, but thanks. Getting over some virus. Damn, Bootsy, that sounds as bad as me here a few weeks ago. Sicker than hell, had no energy, didn't ever want to get out of bed. You guys know I'm very rarely ever in bed. But, you know, all I wanted to do was sleep. I had no energy. I was lethargic. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. Muscles hurt, stomach hurt, head hurt. Terrible, terrible. These summer bugs kick your butt. Yeah, see, that was another big thing, Bootsy, is I was coughing constantly. It was a dry cough, which scared me. That's why you know, where's that at? Ah, that's why I keep one of these things nearby. First thing I did when I started having the dry cough and I couldn't breathe and stuff was come in here and take one. Came back negative. lasted about lasted about a week and a half. I mean, there was a couple days there that I actually prayed to God, just take me. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. I mean, I sleep little enough the way it is, but when you're only in bed 3 or 4 hours a night and you're up 2 hours coughing and hacking, trying to get it up, but nothing's coming up, and then you just start to wheeze, which keeps you awake. Here's some math tips, Tyler. Bring me half-inch wrench. This is. Let me move my little finger here. 3.357 caliber. Fractions and decimals. Good here, thank you. And see, that's something that I think that's the only thing. If you sit and think about it, in today's world, I think that is the only thing they still teach kids in school in math that they could possibly use in the real world. They very seldom ever teach addition and subtraction after like the first grade. Most people in the working world these days never use geometry. They don't teach them how to count money. My daughter's 14 years old and has to ask us sometimes, is this a nickel or a quarter? How much is this quarter worth? Well, if it's $1 and you have a quarter of it, what is it? Um, um, uh, 25, 50, 75, $1. So what's a quarter of it? They don't teach them how to read analog clocks. They only teach them how to read digital. Like every place out there only has an analog clock. Of course, they don't teach them how to write their names anymore. That's one of my biggest complaints about the school system now. They don't teach them how to write. So how are you ever going to sign a contract, buy a car, buy a home, anything like that if you can't sign your name on the line? Pushing the vocational curriculum more heavy on the industrial arts, which is why I say that conversion between fractions and decimals is probably the only thing they still teach them in school that they could use, because you can't program fractions into a CNC machine. Everything is converted to decimals. And I've even worked in a place before where you had a chart hanging on every CNC machine that told you what a quarter of an inch was, what 3/8, what 7/16 was in decimal form, so you could punch it into the CNC machine. I just popped in to say hi to everyone. I got to start my shipping and get my products ready to take to the post office. All right, Mystical. You have a wonderful day, my love. Don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to have Helena from Wolf Haunts Paranormal live from Finland. We're going to be talking about what she's been up to since I saw her here last year doing paranormal investigations. Mark has worked for most of the time. Kids are dumber than a pile of rocks nowadays. They don't do nothing worthwhile. Yeah. I agree completely. Make your mark. Which is sadly the way that most of them are going nowadays. Maker's mark. Thank you, Mystical. I appreciate that, love. Yes, printing your name is legal, but I don't think, because I have literally I have this very unusual writing style where when I sign, certain letters are printed and the rest are written. Like, when I write my name, the A is always, some kind of fancy written A or printed A. And then I go into the hump of the N, the D, the R, then the E is printed and the W is printed. My middle name, I always start with a written R or a printed R and then roll through the rest of the letters. The same with my last name. So, but I've been told, no, that's not a written signature. We need a written signature, not a printed one. Okay, I'll try watching. Thank you. It should be storming at that time. Might be storming here too. We're in for some pretty messed up weather today. Yesterday was mid 80s and sunny all day, and today's supposed to be mid to upper 70s and rain. So we're going to be teetering on the fence when it comes to business and everything else today. Visiting Dad Adventures, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We'll see you later, Mystical. Take care, honey. Have a good day. A lot of places want print and cursive both. Yeah, I've seen a lot of contracts that want you to print your name and write it. My God, it's 9 minutes, 9 minutes till nine already. I can't wait to have a Friday off again, or at least get to a regular messed up schedule, like, go in at 11 or something like that, or go in at noon and work the rest of the day. That way I can actually do these full morning streams. Now, heads up, the boss has been discussing moving me to nights. I don't know what nights. I don't know how this is going to interfere with evening streams, but it's going to open the morning streams back up. So, once again, time will tell. I can't count the number of times my signature gets questioned. If I really want to mess with somebody, my signature can literally look like I dipped a chicken's feet in ink and it had a seizure on a paper. I mean, I could probably legally write prescriptions with my signature. I mean, I've had people when they say, "Here, sign this real quick," I'll just and it's done, and they're sitting there looking at it like, "What does that say?" And if you'll notice, and I don't know if this goes for everybody, but I've noticed it with me. I never sign my name the same way twice, even if I try. Even if I try, there's always a variant somewhere in my signature. My signature looks like a doctor spot on. That's exactly how mine looks when I want it to. Like I said, I can, and you guys will screw it. I'll go on and say it. My name is Andrew Raw Ellsworth McCrae. So but when I'm signing it, a lot of times I'll do an a couple swoops, and just a wiggly line that goes all the way off to the end, and they're like, "What? What is that? Is that just your first name?" No, nope, that's the whole thing. PPR, good to see you. Hope you're doing good today. When I went to work for the feds, they told me to create a signature that would be hard to forge. Yeah, makes sense. Everyone knows my name too. I don't give a crap. I trust my peeps. I trust everybody. Besides that, how are you going to find me on Facebook Messenger if I don't drop my name once in a while? I mean, that's how I build my relationships with the people that communicate with me on there. We'll message each other on occasion. We'll video chat on occasion. You know, I'm always cool for that. If I'm at home, I always have time. Even if I'm working on a video, I always have time. And I mean, Drew Ellsworth McCrae, I'm the only one on Facebook, so I should be easy to find. Yeah, I'm known by the name. Everyone knows me by the name I'm known as. And hell, right there it is. How about that? I'm a healthcare worker. My signature is tiny and unique. See, the really funny thing is the wife working at a casino, she has to have a regular signature and she has to have a gaming signature. So she can have her regular signature on normal forms that she has to fill out, but on gaming forms that she has to fill out, she has to have, much like Tony said, a signature that's hard to forge. So she had to create this mutant. Sometimes I think she puts two ink pens in her hand on different levels, and that way, depending upon how she moves her wrist, she's getting two lines, and certain times she's only getting one line. But yeah, it's best way to put it. All right, I agree. People got to know your name, or you ain't going nowhere. Exactly. Exactly. Got enough time for about a quarter of a cup. Kill the coffee pot. Yeah, I mean, granted, if you don't plan on building any kind of interpersonal relationships with the people that follow you, or people you consider friends or family that are on your channels, or people you just enjoy talking to, yeah, that's fine. But if you do want to do that, then yeah, you're never going to go anywhere if those people can't get a hold of you, if they need you for something, if they have an issue, if they have a question, want you to come to visit, want to come and visit you, want to send you things to the mail so they can get a mailing address or something like that. I mean, that's just it. For a lot of my life, most people that knew me as Bones. Oh, why were you known as Bones? Well, why were you known as Bones? I mean, most of the time since I've met you, you're just a boner. But I mean, why? I'm sorry, I had to. Ah, 16, I was 5'10", weighed 100 pounds. That's pretty much, yeah, that would explain it. I didn't realize you were that tall. Hell, you're almost 3 inches taller than I am. There's email for that. Need to be on every media platform as a friend. And I've got some that don't. I've got some that only, contact me through email. A select few actually have my cell phone number. But yeah, I mean, there's a few of them that I know from Instagram. I don't have Twitter, so, or Snatch Chat or anything like that. So God created a few perfect bodies and the rest were tall. Hey, John. Hey, John, that Niles Ren Fair is going on next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. I'll be there again doing security. If you just happen to want to scamper through there in your very cute attire or something like that. I love Shortwind. My wife's, what, 4 or 5 inches shorter than me. Guys often have the short guys. But all right, guys, I'll be at the Ohio Rendezvous. I got you. I got you. One of our guys on here that is randomly on here. I'm surprised he's not here this morning. He was over at Mansfield, Ohio this past weekend doing the big timeline event over there. But yeah, it's that time, guys. I got to go to work. I got to leave here in less than a half hour. So I got to get dressed and trimmed up and everything. So tonight, like I said, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Helena Wolf from Wolf Haunts Paranormal, um, live from Finland. So, like I said, I got to investigate with her last year. Had a ball with her. She's a great kid. Can't wait to talk to her again, find out what she's been up to. Yes, work. I had to get a job since Grandma passed away. I had to get a job to help try to save the house, man. So, and I'm working. First time in 7 years I've been on my feet all day long. Hey, Kyle, good to see you, bud. Just getting ready to walk out the door, man. I got to leave for work in less than a half hour, and I still got to get ready. So, but you guys all have yourselves a great day. Come on in tonight. Y'all might find something about this girl you like. But y'all take care of yourselves. Have a great Friday. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. We do. You know why they call it work? Because the other four-letter words were taken. Yep, that's right. Hey, big dog. Sorry, man. Just getting ready to walk out the door. Good to see you, though. Good to see you. But I got to go to work. I got to get ready still. I only got less than a half hour. So, but y'all take care. Have a great Friday. Hopefully, we'll see y'all here tonight. Make our guests feel nice and welcome. And y'all try to have a little fun today or something. Go shoot something, even if it's a piece of paper. We'll catch you tonight.